So the pressure is getting worse. The pressure is getting worse. The latest casualty, it is Build One South Africa. I didn't even know there was such a political party called Build One South Africa. Apparently, it is led by Musi Maimane Boza. It's an acronym, I think. And he is realizing that, listen, this whole thing of betraying the people of South Africa isn't working because South Africans, they are saying they are observing for the next elections. And from what I understand regarding Boza, they are a collective of independents. I don't think they want to call themselves a political party, but they want to call themselves as people or independents under one umbrella called Build One South Africa. But it is led by Musi Maimane. And I'm like, but that's a political party. I could be wrong. I stand corrected if that's the whole concept of that political party. But if you are going to create a political party or independent or whatever it is, the whole purpose is that the people that voted for you, they trust in you that you are going to represent them the best way you know how, because they trusted you. You came to them while they were busy minding their own business, trying to figure out who to vote for in 2024. And you came to them and said, vote for me. Trust me, I will put your best interest at heart when I go into that big house called Parliament. But instead, when there was some kind of an opening, I think, in the government of national unity, and because most of these guys that go to parliament, their number one goal is to fatten their bank accounts. And they know that the ANC has been in this game for a very long time, and they know how to fatten politicians' bank accounts. And that is why they voted the way they did last week. They forgot about the constituencies that they had promised that they were going to put them first. Because if Boza was interested in putting their constituencies first, they would have said no to this fiscal, whatever it is called in parliament, framework. They would not have voted for it. They would not have jeopardized the small wallet of the people of South Africa. Because right now, I'm just using the device where I was sent that SMS. I'm sure I'm going to put it now on the, when I edit, where I keep getting emails this time from my bank telling me that as of the 1st of May, my bank charges, they are going to increase. I mean, we're getting these SMSs and emails on a daily basis. Why? Because political parties like Boza, they said, yeah, screw them standing, those bloody South Africans. That is where we at. Now, suddenly, this is what I almost just said Julius Malema, might as well be Musi Maimane is saying.
A moment of silent prayer and meditation.
Parliament last week passed the 2025 budget fiscal framework, which includes the VAT increase. Build One South Africa put their votes behind approving the fiscal framework. But they say they are still in talks about how a VAT hike can be avoided.
So in essence, it is in its truest sense a parliamentary process that we must get on with it. I'm of the view that an adjusted fiscal framework is possibly one of the ways we can be able to explore, and there must be a conversation with the Finance Ministry in this regard. So I'm confident that in the midst of the 30 days, that conversation is well within our means to be able to have, and we are working with legal advice as to what the best route we can go from there. So the option would be either to table a fiscal framework or ultimately work with the Finance Ministry about a way forward.
Now they are going to consult with lawyers. Why didn't you consult lawyers before you went into that voting of the fiscal framework? Why didn't you consult first? Why are you consulting now after the effect? Because we are facing Workers' Day, which is the 1st of May, with the irony of it. The irony of it all is staggering. So now he wants to make us think that, a big mistake was made. Yeah, you made a mistake. And it's a mistake that is going to cause Boza. Boza is a very tiny little party with one seat in parliament. It could all go away in 2029 because South Africans are not going to forget this moment. You betrayed them when they needed you the most. That is something that is unforgettable. And I am assuming that the people that voted for Boza will be probably your black middle class. These are people who understand economy. These are people who understand politics. And now you've gone and jeopardized their trust in you, and you go and betray them. They're never going to trust you again. Same goes with Action SA. Action SA, the majority of people that voted for the party is not the poor of the poor people in this country. These are people who at least have something coming in every single month in their bank accounts, but they just wanted Action SA to protect that and also work on increasing their income. Right? That's what they did. But what is happening now? Oh, now suddenly they are tripping over like headless chickens, trying to fix a problem that they have created. Where was the wisdom when the wisdom needed to be wise? Where was it? That shows clearly that you are not a leader, because a leader most of the time counts the costs before taking any action. You know why they count the cost? Because it is costly to take a reckless decision like the one they took last week when they voted that budget vote. Oh, apparently it's not a budget. It is the fiscal framework, which of course could affect the budget. The ANC wanted to sneak in that so that the value-added tax can be snuck in by using, of course, what they know best, because they've been in this game for the past 30 years. So they've learned the art of manipulating you, either with positions, if it's not with position, but with money as well. So what did you decide to take? Because now we are hearing that Boza is not going to join the GNU if the ANC does not withdraw the fiscal framework that they helped to vote. Are you guys going or coming? What is happening? What sort of leaders are you that you would jeopardize us like that? This is very serious. I mean, South Africa is already experiencing, in my opinion, national security issues where we don't know where is the Minister of Intelligence when all these things are happening in our country. Recently, we were watching a video in the Western Cape where Nigerians are building an entire state, and they even voted a governor in the Western Cape. And this is a job of the intelligence. Wow, South Africa. Wow, this is exactly what we what do you call this, guys? Maybe you need to tell me, because I keep mislabeling these guys by calling them leaders, because this is not leadership. This is not leadership. And on our side, as the voters, we are gullible. We are so gullible. That is why we find ourselves in this situation. And it's easy for them to lie to us because we accept everything they say. Now, let's hold them accountable, guys. Let's hold these so-called leaders accountable. And the best place to hold them accountable, it is where it hurts the most for them. And that is the ballot paper. So Boza, now they are going to consult their attorneys. This is the thing that you do before. Because we are dealing with human lives here, guys. When is it going to sink in your head that you are dealing with real people and real issues, and these issues are not resolved and involves their livelihoods? When are you going to understand that? Whew. You know, 5 years is a very short time in politics, but a very long time for the ordinary citizens. So let's keep pressing, fellow South Africans. Let's keep pressing. Let's keep reminding them, even though they are going to try to redeem themselves, don't forget this moment. Don't forget the moment when they voted so that you'll be poorer. Maybe even go to bed hungry. Wake up the following day hungry. And the entire day you not even know what to do when the sun sets. Remember that. Remember that. Remember my money. Why do I almost always say Julius? Remember my money. Remember Boza. What it did to you. That's it. Goodbye.